Hi, I'm Sharon, and welcome to episode 352 of the Knit Style Podcast. Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 352. I had a lot of people watch last week, so I am going to kind of reintroduce myself. My name is Sharon, and I live in New York. Some of you who live in New York City might call it upstate New York. I grew up in Syracuse, New York. This is not Syracuse, New York. I would consider this downstate New York. Anyway, I live very close to Rhinebeck, 2 towns over. So I try to go every year, and yeah, it's a fun time. So I live here in the beautiful Hudson Valley, and I live with my husband. We've been married 34 years, and we have 2 beautiful children. One of them lives in another state with her fabulous husband, and they got married last summer. I can't believe it's been almost a year already. And our son lives with us, and he's awesome. And we also have 2 pets. We have a adorable Yorkie named Jamie. He's just so cute. I'll put a picture of him right up here. And we have a really cute tomcat named Tom, even though he's neutered. And he's getting on in years, guys. We've had him for 12 years, and I think he was at least 2, probably older. When we got him, he came from our backyard. He's so friendly. He's so sweet. If you came to my house, he would run right up to you. He loves people. Okay, so that is it in a nutshell. My husband had a stroke last fall, and he's doing great. He's getting in and out of the pool, doing a lot of little chores around the pool area right now, and he's enjoying it. He's doing well with that. If you want to hear his story, I tell all about that in I forget what number episode it is, but it's the title is Comfort Knitting. So if you want to go back there and watch all that, you can. But that's not what this show is about. This show is about knitting and crafting and yarn dyeing and shameless self-promotion. I dye yarn and I show it to you and hope that you're interested and would love to purchase it. If not, it's fine. Another thing I wanted to talk about this week was I have very clear segments to this show. So I actually, down below in the show notes, I have time codes for each segment. And then in your timeline when you're watching, you can also skip forward to the segment that you're interested in. So if you're not interested in yarn, you can skip forward to what I'm going to be talking about knitting-wise this week. So yeah, I try to make it as user-friendly as possible. Not sure how that works on a TV. I would assume you could skip forward on a TV pretty easily to the net. I'm not really sure because I watch all my stuff on my computer or on my iPad. So, yeah. So today, first I'm going to be showing you my shop update, which is live as you're watching this. And I have some beautiful summer colors. This is probably one of the last updates that I will be dyeing summer yarn. And pretty soon I'm going to be dyeing fall yarn, which I adore. Fall and summer yarn are my favorites. So I have some really beautiful, vibrant summer colors coming to you very shortly. I love them. So after that, I'm going to show you what I've been working on. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about summer knitting and what you guys knit in the summer. So we'll talk about that when I get there. So first thing I want to talk about is shop update. So this is the last yarn bag combo I have with summer colors, and I love this one. I think the yarn came out perfect on this one. Look how pretty. So seahorses are probably my favorite marine animal. Look how adorable they are. So I'm naming this bag something like Sweet Seahorses or Savvy Seahorses. I'm not sure yet. If you have a suggestion, put a suggestion down below what I should name this. Although it'll already be up in the shop. But I can always change the name. But I just love how the yarn came out, because this also has sand dollars on it. And if you can see right there, like that's like a sand dollar color. It also has starfish and blue coral, and it's just so reminiscent of blue seas. So my partner Donna dyed these. We don't have that many, so if you're interested, yeah, so the inside is blue, beautiful. I dyed a lot of blues this week. Okay, so that's the bag and yarn combo. I also have the yarn on its own. If you're not into the bags, you can purchase this color, which is something seahorses, maybe just seahorses, I don't know. So that's that one. And also, I was so inspired by the colors on this bag, I decided to do a mini skein set to coordinate. And last time I dyed yarn to match a sea bag, I did sea greens, and those sold very well. I'm probably going to dye those again because those are really pretty. So now what I did for this bag, I dyed some blues, and this I'm calling Blue Seas. And they're so pretty. Lots of different shades of blue. This color, I'm calling this one Sand Dollar. Oh my goodness, I love this color. Like, I love neutral colors. I'm really into them, and this color, I love it. It's very, very pretty. Would make a pretty top. If you ever want a full sweater's worth or whatever, you can always message me. I do custom orders. So yeah, so I did name these. Hold on. This one is Clear Blue Sea. I had it in the Sea Greens minis. This is Sand Dollars. This is Shifting Seas. No, sorry. This is Shifting Tides. Gentle Waves. And Warm Blue Waters. Just really beachy, soft, neutrally colors. Love. So I'm super happy with how those came out. Plus, I dyed some full skeins of Clear Blue Sea. Beautiful, like striking. And they're a shaded solid. And I did some navy, Mysteries of the Sea. This is a very popular color that I offer, and it sells out every time I dye it. I can't keep it in stock, but I did more this week. This one is Reef Magic. I did more of this. This is another one that sells like crazy, so I dyed some more. Yeah, beautiful just fun, happy color. These are magical marine turtles. That was the bag I had last time. Magical marine turtles. I dyed more of the yarn. Very pretty. And all of these coordinate. You know, if you wanted to a fade, they all coordinate really well. If you want to do a Stephen West. So that's my summer collection. If you use any, especially, I think if you just use the Reef Magic, you can get extra points for the Splash Pad Party. But if you use any of this collection, you can get extra points. Just let Jen know. Like this whole collection is like the Splash Pad Party collection. So if you want to find more about the Splash Pad Party, which is a knit along, that's probably almost finished. No, it's right in the middle of the knit along. You could join anytime. You can click in the show notes down below. I give a link, and it's very complex, which is fun, and it's explained in that link. Okay, so that is the shop update. I loved dyeing that. That was so fun this week to get done. And yeah. Okay, I worked on 3 projects this week. I worked on my purse socks a little bit, and I'm almost to the Kitchener. I only knit on these when I'm at appointments, and this is the only one I have done. So this is Mustache Yarn's Whole Lot of Love. I love her yarn. I love self-striping. And since I don't dye it, that's what I buy and knit a lot of times. I love my colors too, but I'd rather see you all knit them. But anyway, this is a beautiful sock. I use the Fish Lips Kiss sock pattern top down. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Okay, I am all about blanket knitting. And thank you for commenting about my show last week. I talked about mistakes in patterns, and you all agreed with me. Patterns can be full of mistakes, so you have to be vigilant. So yeah, I feel bad for new knitters because, you know, you can have a lot of heartache if you don't understand. Like I was really confused about that pattern. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch my show from last week where I talked about a pattern in the book where the legend was incorrect. And I was looking at this going, this makes no sense. And then I was like, it does, because it's a mistake. Well, I didn't touch that this week. I started it last time, but I haven't touched it because I want to finish this one first. So this is a pattern by Helen Stewart. This is the Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. And it is a beautiful pattern, and I love knitting on it. I am actually on the decrease side now. So it's just a square. You do your increases until you use half your yarn, and then you decrease until you're done. So I think it's going to be a nice size. I color blocked it like I always pretty much do with blankets, and the stripes are kind of random. Sometimes they're 3 sections, sometimes they're 4. This section I did with this color is two because I would not have had enough to put on this end if I had done more. So yeah, the main color is this beautiful white, like off-white eggshell color. And I think it's called Silver Linings. That's the main color. It's all in Plucky Knitter Primo. And I was going to add another color to it in Plucky Knitter, but it's not in the same base. I thought it was Primo and it wasn't. It was a different base. It's more cashmere, but I'll use that for a sweater. I'm not going to put that in here. I like to, when I'm knitting something big like this, I like to use the same base. Some people don't care. I care. So, yeah. I love this project. It's so fun. I think I'm knitting it on I think this is a 6. So it's nice and loose and drapey. And it's going to be soft and beautiful. And I can't wait to finish it. I'm on the downside. By the end of the summer, I should be finished. And in the morning, I have been crocheting. I love to crochet. It is very fun. And I have a stack of granny squares. I've never knit. I've never really made a granny square blanket before, so this is going to be my first one. Probably not my only one. And I'm using all different colors of Jamison and Smith with the gray as the main color. And I'm just randomly, I had a grab bag full of colors. And I think right now I've got about 30 of them. It's going to drive me crazy putting them all together because I want to make them random. If anybody has any suggestions on how I can randomize these when I put the blanket together, let me know. I'm aiming for 120. I think I have one over. This is my latest sequence of colors. And I've been weaving in the ends and blocking them as I go. And I love it. I think it's going to be really cool. They're 4-inch squares. So I did math and I figured it out. It'll be like a throw size, a large throw. And I'm just, in the morning when I'm having my coffee, I crochet on these. And they'll get done when they get done. That's kind of my morning get set project. So that's that one. And that's it. That's all I've been working on this week. Okay. The next segment I have to talk about is 5 easy summer tops. So I was thinking about this and I was going to ask you all, do you all knit in the summer? I knit all year. I knit heavy blankets in the summer. It doesn't matter to me. Honestly, I just knit all the time. And I only knit what I want. But I don't really knit summer tops because I won't wear them. If I worked in the summer, like at an office job, I totally would. But I don't. So, yeah, I do not. But I want to talk about them because I know you guys might. And I have some really cute ones in my favorites. One of them I started and I never finished. It just didn't happen for me. It's nothing against the pattern. It was me. I just didn't really want to work on it. So that is the Solvik shirt by Skein-Deer. And I'll put a picture up here. It is really, really pretty. It is knit in worsted weight. By the way, I love Skein-Deer patterns. She writes a beautiful pattern. Fabulous. Anything you knit from her is very clear and great. So it's knit in a linen. I knit it in a sparkly cotton, like shiny worsted fabric. and I'm not a big cotton knitter, guys. So that's why I didn't finish this one. But as far as like the difficulty rating, I would rate this as easy. And basically it's you knit a panel, you knit 2 panels and sew them together and you get a top. So it's very, very easy. Okay. So my next one is another one by Skandir. And I picked this one because it's a summer cardigan, and I like how the sleeves aren't a tanky sleeve. I'm not a big tank top wearer anymore. Not that I care. I mean, I don't care if, you know, my arms are fine. I'm just not a big tank top person. I'm a big t-shirt person. And I just like the way it just has almost like a little cap sleeve. So, yeah, I have a picture up here that while I'm talking. And this is a DK weight. And it is, yeah, it's knit. You have to hold a linen yarn double. So if you have any like lightweight linen yarn in your stash, you don't know what to do with it, you can hold it double and make this really pretty top. And the difficulty rating is a little harder than the last one I talked to, but like I'd say like easy to medium on this one. Okay, the next one is the Sabai top. I do not know this designer at all. The rating on this is easy. So this is by Suzanne Mueller, and she's probably in Germany, I'm thinking. But it's like a tank top, but again, the tank itself is like a little wider at the shoulder. And that's why I like it. And it looks really easy. And I think it's another one of those, you knit the front, you knit the back, and then you just sew them together. And that makes it really quite easy. And the yarn is like a cotton linen. So again, with the cotton, I'm not a big fan of the cotton, but if you are, these are good. Now this next one I would like to knit this. This is by Laura Nelkin. It's called the Bling Tee, and she's another one who writes a beautiful pattern. Love her. And this I want to knit because it's a raglan shape and it has beads. I love knitting with beads, and yeah, Laura Nelkin is the queen of beads. So I really want to knit this at some point. And I can dye yarn for it because it's knit out of light fingering in a base that I dye. So that's really exciting. And the last one I want to talk about, oh, and let me see, the rating on this one is okay, so the difficulty rating on this one is like easy medium. And again, she writes a really decent pattern, so it's easy to follow. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is called the Luster Tee by Irene Lynn. I am not familiar with this designer, but the tee is adorable. It's just like a boxy cut with like longer sleeves. And it's just really cute. It's just very fashionable right now, that kind of boxy cut with the bigger sleeves. It's so cute. And this one is striped. If I knit it, I probably would, I would probably knit it in maybe a solid, I don't know, or a stripe, I don't know. But it's a sport weight, and it is a linen silk. Like you could do it in a silk. Oh, that would be pretty. You could drape that really nicely. So those are 5 easy patterns. I want to show you 2 summer tops that I knit in in the before times. I'm going to say in the past. Should I try one on for you? I don't know if it's going to fit me. That's the thing. The one is probably, I've talked about it before as I'm going through my projects here, see if I could find it. Okay, this project was a class that I took at an LYS that is no longer in business near my home. And it's called, the pattern is P90 diagonal triangle top. This is not an easy pattern. I mean, it's easy to knit it, but it's not easy to fit this because it's knit on the diagonal. I mean, it's beautiful. I knit it with Art Yarns, Beaded Silk and Sequins, and Art Yarns Regal Silk. So it's a silk, and I love knitting with silk. So should I try it on? Let's try it on. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, would I wear this? It actually still fits. I might wear it out to a nice lunch. That's where I've worn it in the past. Oh my God, I'm looking at a picture of myself. I look so young. I knit this in 2009. Oh my goodness. That is like, I don't know, how many years ago? 17? That's crazy. It's got a hole. I just noticed. I'd have to repair that. Not a big deal. So let me stand up in it. Yeah, with a cute pair of white pants. Could totally pull it off. Maybe I'd wear a little sweater over it. I don't know. But still cute. I can't believe I knit it in 2009. That is just crazy. That's like 16 years ago. Where does time go? So the next one I'm going to show you is a top that I don't like, a summer top that I knit out of cotton. And this was on the cover of Vogue in 2008. This is even older. Holy cow. This is the Sideways Cardigan by Deborah Newton. It actually looks pretty good on me in the pictures. This was hard. This was super hard to knit. Look at all the detail. And there was a chart to like do this top part. And the chart was really hard to read. But I haven't worn it in years. It's actually really cute. Might be cute on a cruise. Like you know what would be cute as? Maybe a bathing suit cover-up. So this is what it looks like. I mean, it needs blocking. Again, I mean, it looks terrible right now because it definitely needs shaping, blocking, but it fits good. Yeah, I could totally wear this. But yeah, so that's an example of two things that I've knit in the summer, and I don't know if I'll ever wear them again. I don't know. I have fun knitting them. This was a bitch. I just remember looking at that chart. It was like crazy, crazy. So anyhow, I'm going to leave you with that. It is, oh my goodness, it's already 4:30. It took me all afternoon to do this. I'm in a different spot, obviously. I cannot record upstairs. It is way too hot. So I'm in my dining room. I'm trying to make the best of it, trying to get the lighting right. It's hard, but I'm here for the foreseeable future. It's easier to record in here than it is to record outside. I considered it, but it's so hot out. and the lighting is even harder to control. So anyway, I'm here in my dining room. So I hope you enjoy your summer. Enjoy your summer knitting. What are you knitting? Are you knitting anything summery? I'm not. Just socks, blankets that are on my lap. But I knit those at night and the air is on, so I'm good. So have a great couple of weeks. Knit something beautiful and cheers.